आज हैं उष्णा शाह, बहुत अच्छी एक्ट्रेस है। आई हैव ग्रेट फेथ इन हर। मुझे सबसे प्यारी बात उसकी ये लगती है कि उसे जानवरों से बहुत प्यार है और उनके लिए बहुत सोचती भी है। और क्या कुछ सोचती है ये पूछते हैं उससे। थैंक यू उष्णा। तुम जेट लैग्ड हो, पता नहीं कहाँ घूम के आई हो और शो पे आ गई मेरे।
आपने बुलाया तो आई हैड टू कम।
नो, इट्स रियली स्वीट ऑफ यू। तो कहाँ घूमी?
Okay, so I was San Francisco, LA, then Houston, then New York, then Manchester, then London for a little bit, and then home.
क्यों?
वक्त मिल गया था मुश्किल से।
अच्छा, छुट्टी मनाने गई थी?
छुट्टी मनाने, there was no work, nothing.
Oh,
I was like,
girl.
because with our line of work, we don't. I mean, you travel a lot.
Yeah.
You and Usman uncle make sure that you guys like are all over the
हम तो
place.
भाग जाते हैं
आप तो भाग जाते हैं, but I haven't gotten a chance to travel. And this was gonna be for work. So I was actually gonna go for a project that got cancelled last minute. And so I was like, okay, I'll pay for my own ticket and I'll go and I gotta do this. So I went.
तुम्हारे पास 3 कुत्ते?
मेरे पास 3 कुत्ते हैं।
और तीनों बड़े हैं, छोटे हैं, कैसे?
एक जो मेरी है।
You're a dog lover. Do you know that?
I am such a dog lover. My whole family.
मैंने बातें तुम्हारे से करते हुए फील तो हुआ था कि एक दफा आई थिंक जब हम आउटडोर में थे।
So जो मेरी सबसे पहली the dog that I have, Narco, the first dog I bought, she was a puppy. मैंने उसको ख़रीदा था जब मैं अक्कर रफूगरी के सेट पे थी और मेरे साथ उस्मान अंकल थे। एंड वो इतना तंग होते थे बिकॉज शी वॉज अ पपी ऑन सेट। तो सब आवाज़ार होते थे, डायरेक्टर भी और सब, बिकॉज मैं उसको अटेंशन दे रही होती थी। शी इज लाइक अ चाइल्ड।
मिडल ऑफ द टेक वो बोल पड़ती।
नो, शी वाज नेवर लाइक दैट। शी इज अ गुड बेबी। बट वो अंदर आ जाती थी और फिर कुछ एक्टर्स डिस्टर्ब होते थे, बिकॉज सो आई वाज लाइक। And then I would tell Usman, isn't she cute? And he would just be like, yes, she's cute.
But he loves dogs.
He does, but he was like irritated at me, like, yes, Ushna, she's cute, I get it. No, but look at her again. She's so cute. Just look at her. But he was cool about it. He was really sweet about it.
बचपन से शौक है?
बचपन से शौक है. We've always had dogs. And now I have एक rescue मैंने की उसको, मैंने एक pet store से बड़ी बुरी एक उसके नसीब से बचाया बेचारी की। एक mixed है. She's a Shih Tzu toy poodle और एक मेरे पास pure toy poodle है. And they're just amazing. अम्मा पालती हैं उन्हें because मैं busy होती हूँ।
हाँ, ये अम्मा की ड्यूटी होती है ना, सारा काम अम्मा से करो।
तुम्हारे बच्चे होंगे तब भी मैं पालूंगी obviously।
कितने बहन भाई हो?
आपको पता है मैं कितने बहन हूँ? 6 बहन भाई, and you know us all. 6 of us.
सब इकट्ठे थे एक वक्त में एक घर में अम्मी के पास?
नहीं thankfully नहीं। मैं बहुत I came much later।
है ना?
Yeah, so जो मुझसे बड़ी बहन है Maha, she is 13 years older than me. So मुझसे काफ़ी सब बड़े थे और they were already, by the time I was like 10, they were all married. So एक किस्म से I'm like an only child, because घर में फिर बस नहीं थी।
तो किसी ने बुली नहीं किया?
इतना बुली किया। आप इरसा को भी जानती हैं, आप शर्वीन को भी जानती हैं, आप सबको जानती हैं। हो सकता है मुझे बुली ना किया, मेरे साथ क्या क्या हो चुका है। It was
closest किसके साथ हो? माहा से बहुत दोस्ती है?
बहुत ज़्यादा, बिकॉज हमारे एज गैप सबसे कम है। एंड शी इज द नाइसेस्ट। शी इज लाइक रियली स्वीट, Maha, शी इज लाइक वेरी बेचारी इनोसेंट।
शी इज अ ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल।
शी इज ब्यूटीफुल, शी इज लाइक।
इरसा से जो छोटी है?
इरसा से छोटी इज Josna, who's also very beautiful.
Josna and I work together.
Josna and you work together? Yes. अच्छा, हाँ नहीं, Josna।
And I've worked with your mom in Darya.
You have?
She played my mother.
I know. She played your mother?
Yeah.
Or did she play? I thought she played the lady who saved you or something.
No, but my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. There's a picture in our house growing up of you and Mama, and you're so beautiful, and you still are. And it was you're crying and she's consoling you, or Piche Ek Darya, and it was like a big picture in our house. I remember growing up to that.
Yeah.
So yes.
Very caring and very loving.
She's cool.
Very loving.
She takes care of my dogs.
हमने बहुत मजा किया था जब हम दरिया करने गए।
दरिया में तो बहुत बुरा एक्सीडेंट भी हुआ था। My Momani was in it as well. She was pregnant with my cousin, I remember. But I don't remember.
And
I wasn't born then.
I think that baby saved her.
The baby probably did.
Yeah.
That baby's still going
Yeah.
strong. She's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mama
So
told me
कहाँ?
उनकी तो इतनी हड्डियाँ टूट
Where
गई.
were you born? Here?
I was born in Lahore,
Lahore.
but I grew up in Canada.
वो कैसे हुआ?
यार, I don't know. अम्मा से पूछना पड़ेगा. But I was very young, and I think
I think Irsa was in Canada. Is
no,
that
no,
the
we
reason
were.
then?
I think we were there before her. She got
Acha.
married there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I grew up there, and so that's why I was away from everyone else because I was like there from the beginning, and
Or
from my
you-
O levels के लिए आई
And
अपना.
Ammi and you, bas.
Ammi and me, can you imagine? It was a little too much estrogen.
कैसी है तुम्हारी मामा to be with?
Mama is
daughter mother relationship.
so Mama and my age gap is like a lot. She had me when she was like almost 40. So, you know, whereas she was a young mother raising Irsa, she was like an older parent. And because my siblings were so much older than me, they sort of almost raised me because Mama was working all the time.
Yeah.
You know, she's a single mother,
Yeah.
6 children on her own. So it was like a lot of the duties were taken over by Sharabil or Irsa. Or then when we were in Canada, she was a little more hands-on. So yeah, I mean, it was good. It was different because there was such a huge generation gap, I guess. But I guess she made me an older soul and I kept her younger. That's a good
that's nicely
one
put.
way to put it.
That's very sweetly put.
That's one positive take on it. The other is, oh my God.
So school days कैसे थे?
Should I be honest? They're tough. Yeah, because like, you know, I grew up in Canada. Like, मैं जब यहाँ आती हूँ, so I talk like this a lot of times so that people don't make fun of me. And I decided that recently that I should not have to change myself. This is the accent that I grew up with. I'm going to hold on to it. And there's a lot of things I'm coming to terms with. So me having grown up in Canada and being there, and then Mama not only being like 40 years older than me, but also, you know, coming from like a much more conservative sort of background. She grew up in a village and she's a very learned, sort of worldly, traveled, well-read woman, but there were a lot of things she didn't get and it was just like impossible explaining them to her. So, but it was good in some ways because she was really adamant that I would read a lot. So I remember like by the time I was 10, I'd read like so many classic novels, like, you know, Emily Bronte and like Charles Dickens and all that. So she kept me very sort of my nose in the books and all.
So how was it growing up without a dad?
I didn't get to feel that because I had my brother who was like a good 20
Chacha Ravi.
yeah, and he raised me, and I mean I never had anybody. I mean, he went to all the parent-teacher meetings and he sent me to the best schools, and you know, he would sometimes steal me away from Mama, and you know, and just he spoiled me rotten. So I never really
You
got
were
to
so
feel.
cute.
I was such a brat. I remember the first time I met you. I don't even want to talk about it. I was a brat and a half, and I'm so sorry. But thank you.
No. I think I kind of adopted you.
You were so sweet. You were my apogee.
Haan.
In Neelam Kinare, we really bonded in that.
Yeah.
That was really, you were so supportive. And now it's on air. I'm so happy. Finally.
No, I think ये support करना चाहिए young actors को, because एक तो वो already डरे हुए होते हैं. They're struggling with lines, they're struggling with you know, to take light and the camera and the sound and of course the moves and also the business, you know, the activity.
You've guided me a
इतना
lot.
कुछ कर रहे होते हैं साथ में और आप फिर उनको डरा भी दें, डायरेक्टर भी डरा रहा होता है और फिर साथ में फेलो एक्टर्स भी डरा दें.
There's a lot of senior actors जो नहीं ये चीज समझते. काफी और
that's
काफी
very
हैं जो बहुत
unfair.
अच्छे.
I
But
feel-
हमारी cast बहुत अच्छी थी. Even with Naeem uncle, he was so supportive, and you as well. You helped me a lot actually. There were a lot, and it was a fun time.
Yeah.
एक detox हुआ ना, क्योंकि phone भी नहीं था, इंटरनेट भी नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था. आप ऑलिव ऑयल में मछली तल रही होती थी साथ, और हम ठंड में नीलम वैली में कहीं बैठे हुए थे. It was good times. Good times. I actually really enjoyed doing that.
It was
project.
tough because
It was really tough.
when you don't have your home and the comfort. And
We got sad.
Yeah, we
I
got
remember
sad.
you
But-
got really sad a couple of times. I lost my temper. By near the end, I remember I got sick and I was just like, I'm done. I want to die. 45 days. I was there for 45 days. But it was a good experience. And it was fun. And I was in Get Up. I had stuff in my teeth. I had a unibrow and gande baal. And I went on the streets to beg. In real life, and the cameras were hidden, and you know there were people there for security in normal clothes, but nobody knew.
So पढ़ा क्या? What have you majored in?
I have majored in, and I don't like to count this because I still have a semester left.
Oh,
I know I left.
Hey, what fun! Ushna,
I'm
इतना
gonna
मजा
go.
आएगा.
I'm so excited to go back and finish it. I came to work for a year, so I left mid-year, and I was getting depressed in college, and I had a great GPA. I was studying writing, English and professional writing. So I came back and I was like, okay, I'll do one drama and I'll go back. But then I did one, and then another one came, and I'm like, okay, I'll do 2 dramas. And then it's just been like 4 years, and now I think I should go and get my degree.
So actually, after Alif Allah or Insan, you deserve that degree.
I think I do. I think I've
After
earned the
that
right to
serial.
go back and
I think
study.
what I saw it, and I
Did you
think
like
what you put in it. I've seen your other. I've seen other plays also, but I think there's something happened in that serial.
Something did happen.
क्या हुआ था?
It was a state of mind going in. So I'd done a film prior to it, which never released. And I was really, really disheartened because I feel I'd done a good job in it. I'd worked really hard. And I remember I was really upset, and I got the role. And I'd been waiting for a role like Alif, like Rani, for the longest time. This type of a role comes once in a blue moon.
Yes,
you know that.
absolutely.
It's
वो
like
एक ही
if you're
दफा आता है.
lucky enough to have it, you better not ruin it. You
Yes.
better give it your 100%. So I spoke to Jawad Bhai, who directed my film, and I said, I'm so nervous. This film didn't come out, and I've wasted a year, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know if I can do this. And he just said, forget everything and just put everything you have in this character. And so I did. I studied it like a lot before I went there. I observed the way a lot of the beggars walk, and then I had the most fantastic director, Ehsan Talish, who was amazing to work with. He really helped me a lot. And I thought, okay, I'm not going to be Ushna, I'm going to be Rani in every sense of the word. And I built that character. And I think everything that I'd been learning in the last 4 years, I sort of put in that. And now I'm even more nervous because now the next serial I do, people are going to expect the same thing. Yeah. So it's also, what I'm doing now is also a very complicated character. But I'm scared because if I don't do as good a job as I did in Alif Allah.
कितने दिन रानी रही तुम्हारे साथ?
रानी मेरे साथ बहुत देर रही, ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा रही. रानी निकली नहीं काफ़ी देर. बट रानी भी मॉर्फ करती है ड्रामे के अंदर, रीना बेगम बन जाती है. तो रानी स्टक विद मी. हमने कुछ बड़े मज़े की चीज़ें की उस ड्रामे में. सो हमने एक चीज़ दैट रियली ब्रोक माई हार्ट, हमने क्या किया कि आई आस्क्ड एहसन भाई, इट वाज हिज आइडिया एज वेल, कि हम कैमरे छुपाते हैं एंड हम लोगों को बताते नहीं हैं दैट वी आर शूटिंग सम ऑफ द ओपनिंग सीन्स फॉर रानी. एंड आई वाज इन गेटअप, आई हैड stuff in my teeth, had a unibrow and gande baal, and I went on the streets to beg in real life, and the cameras were hidden, and there were people there for security in normal clothes, but nobody knew. So when I was asking people for money or food, the way they treated me, and with complete disregard, they didn't know who I was, and just as if I wasn't there, and it really opened my eyes to the way, because we can try to be polite, but we're very dismissive of a lot of the people who come to beg and the paupers because we're so desensitized. Pakistan's full of them. So how much empathy can you have?
Yeah.
But then when I saw the way I was almost invisible and I was treated like, one of those old lepers in like old India where anchut ki tarah nahi hote the untouchables, the way I was treated for even like 20 minutes, I remember just breaking down, and it was a very tough experience. And then when they realized there was a shoot and I was Ushna, phir tasveerein lene aa gaye wohi log. And I was like, oh my God, imagine.
Heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
And also I think it just opened up to the reality. Yeah?
Absolutely, and it was important. I'll never look at people on the streets the same way again.
It is a life-changing experience.
It is. We can pretend that we care.
अब क्या करेगी उष्णा? अब कैसे after रानी वो scripts को पढ़ते वक्त क्या सोचेगी?
I haven't done anything since Alif Allah for this very reason, because whatever came my way was not a challenge anymore, and you only want to go up from where you were before. So now what I'm doing is somewhat of a complex character.
अब तो
उष्णा कंगाल हो गई हमको ना क्या I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Now I'm like, and now people are like, okay भांजी हम ना करें कुछ, अब घर बैठे. But I'm really lucky. What I'm doing next seems really fun. Very different from Rani, but I'm nervous again. But you know the process.
Yeah, but लेकिन फिर भी जब आप एक एक ऐसा काम कर ले जिसमें इतने शेड्स हो, इतने डायमेंशंस
इतने shades हो
फिर आप
तो फिर
फिर आई थिंक यू
But I think
मैच्योर
अब
एज एन
लोगों
एक्टर
you do and I
Yeah.
hope कि writers अब और ऐसे roles लिखें because पिछले कुछ सालों में नहीं लिखे जा रहे हैं you know like I remember इरसा का जो ज़माना था when your lot was you know coming in leads and all in the 90s 80s the characters were really fun
Yeah.
those are really good characters and all 99% of my work has been as a lead actress somebody who's making tea and crying over a rishta that's gone because that's mostly what's written
Yeah.
so I hope people learn from this and I think people are ab अच्छे बनना
They
शुरू
write
हो गए
about a woman's journey, her
a woman's
struggles,
journey exactly
and of course,
and the fact there's no such thing as a good woman or a bad woman
yeah, it's just a journey.
it's just a journey
Yeah.
we're so complicated women are such complex beings it's insulting
तो thinking actor का होना मुश्किल काम नहीं है उष्णा? Isn't it more complicated?
to be a
Complicated,
to be a thinking actor
complicating.
to be a thinking actor
Yeah,
yeah and it gets you in a lot of trouble
I know.
gets me in a lot of trouble. I used to be a bit too blunt for my own good, and I remember you sat me down and you gave me that lecture when I was really, I remember it had gotten to me the 45 days, and I remember you said, "Okay, you're so intelligent. Girls don't think the way you do. I've spoken to you. Why are you wasting that? You need to control yourself." So I'm hoping with age I'm able to do that
No,
more.
I think हम एक मकसद के लिए आते हैं
In each
और
other's
वो
lives,
कैरेक्टर है जिसको हमने जिंदा करना है उसमें फिर आपकी अपनी जात नहीं मैटर करती you know?
Absolutely.
It's nothing is about you.
It's about the
that
character.
person that you're going to portray.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to take that energy that you're supposed to put in that character and just throw it around,
Throw it out, exactly.
so then you're wasting that poor girl, whoever you're going to portray, her energy away.
Completely agree. And you helped me so much playing Sakina.
Because focus.
You were so much in Apuji. Can I tell a story about what you did? Oh, this is so funny. Okay.
What did I do?
This is so cute. You were so Apuji. I remember जब आपके रोने वाले scenes होते थे. So sometimes you'd get really sad and you'd either like have a little tiff with Naeem uncle or Adnan bhai. And they were like silly tiffs, Apuji type of tiffs. And you would go in a corner and just be sad because you were so in character. And then I remember once, pata nahi koi baat hui, and I was like, we had to wash our own clothes while we were there because we didn't have any help. And so I was like, okay, I have to wash my socks and all. So I need like a brush. Am I supposed to do it with my hand? And you were like, oh, so you can't do it with your hand? You're a princess. And I said, okay. And I left. And then you chased after me and you said, I don't know why I did that. I'm so in character. I'm so sorry. Give me a I'm like, it's okay, Samira. And you were like in tears. You're like, I'm so sorry,
I
Ushna.
remember that.
That was so cute. And I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, man, this lady's adorable.
That is so true. I do.
That was really funny. But yeah, you really go into your characters. That's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
That you do, yeah.
फिर उस पे बड़ा वक्त लगता है to come out of them. बड़ा. How do you unwind? For Rani, how did you come out of it?
For
Because I could see that. And you know when you were playing the beggar, I said ये तो इसको तो बहुत मुश्किल पड़ेगी. मैंने देखा मैंने कहा ये कहाँ चली गई है? और तुम चली गई थी.
मैं चली गई थी and it was in a way.
I love the way you developed it. बाकी
Thank
मैंने
you so
दूसरा नहीं
much.
देखा.
Rani was
हाँ.
actually parallel with a very sort of. It was also parallel with something that was happening to me personally. So I was going through like a sort of testing period personally while I was playing that character.
Achha.
So as I was evolving into Reena Begum, I was going through certain events in my life that, you know, we all go through these chaotic periods that sort of begin the new chapter. So while I was going through that, Rani was evolving and she was turning into Reena Begum and I was evolving as a person with whatever was happening in my personal life. So I was able to sort of morph together and sort of do it side by side. And that helped, I guess. You know, and then Essen Bhai helped and just sort of getting out of a cab. And then of course when you're in costume and when you're in a set, makeup mein karke, and when you're in that sort of thing and you just sort of breathe it out. So I was able to grow with Rani and I was very lucky that we shot her linear, which is rare in dramas. We don't get to shoot a character from start to finish. I got to do that.
Oh, very
So I got to play and I insisted on that and my director was kind enough to make sure that happened. So I got to shoot Rani from the beginning into Reena Begum, into whatever happened. I've realized that the best person to love is yourself, and then you should begin loving anybody else. And as women, we make that mistake where we'll put men before us. And
तो कभी होता है शाशराबील बोलता है ये क्या कर दिया, इरसा कहती है ये किस तरह कर रही हो, अम्मी कहती है इस तरह तो कभी नहीं करना था, ऐसा होता है?
Sharabil doesn't want me to act.
A director.
Sharabil too is like, you quit right now. He hates that I act. He doesn't like the industry, so he gives no comments. Irsa will never tell me directly anything, even though I think she's like the most marvelous actor. But
she was so good in Oram Reza.
She was really good. She's good at everything she does. Yeah. But she'll never tell me. She'll tell Mama. Like, she'll tell my mother कि इसने ये ऐसे किया, इसने ये अच्छा किया, इसने ये बुरा किया. But she'll never tell me straight to my face whether she likes something or not.
और अम्मी?
Mama is my biggest fan and my #1 critic. So if something's bad, she will be the first person to tell me कि ये मुझे मज़ा नहीं आया, ये तुमने scene बैठा हुआ किया, ये तुमने. But when she likes something, so she's my mother, so she'll just be like, उफ मेरा बच्चा तुम्हारी नज़र उतारूँ मेरी जान.
गिफ्ट मिलते हैं? कोई अच्छा काम करो तो?
बस वो खुश हो जाती हैं, दुआएं देती हैं.
तो कैसे सेलिब्रेट करती हैं जब तुम कोई अच्छा काम करो?
Yeah, I'm never there to celebrate. You know, like अगर मैं एक लंबे hiatus के लिए
अम्मी को कहा उस पे लगा दिया कि कुत्ते मेरे पाल लें.
अम्मी मेरे कुत्ते पाले, मैं जाके काम करूँ. But वो उनके छोटे-छोटे gestures होते हैं. So whenever I'm home, which I have been for a long time now, she'll make me my special biryani that I love, that she makes, and you know she'll take care of me. The little things that she does.
मुझे कब बुला रहे हो बिरयानी की?
Please come soon. आप नाश्ते पे कब बुला रही हैं?
Oh, अभी foreign.
We've been making a plan to have breakfast at your house since 2002.
Yes.
It still hasn't happened.
Come before I go away.
When are you going now?
I think 25th, 26th, 27th. So
where are you going?
Come before that. फिलहाल कराची.
Okay.
And Islamabad. I'm planning something और फिर उसके बाद.
And then you're going off abroad.
हाँ कहीं घूम के आते हैं.
आप जाती रहती हैं. अब आप बाली जाएं.
बाली अच्छा है.
You should go to Bali. It's like phenomenal. It's one of my favorite places in the world. It's really good.
अच्छा. तो उष्णा को प्यार हो गया?
उष्णा को हर तीसरे दिन प्यार हुआ होता है. आजकल Idris Elba is mixing music, so I'm in love with him. Okay, you're asking seriously.
हाँ. When did you fall in love the first time?
When did I fall in love the first time?
हाँ.
I must have been like 17, 18.
Crush था या love था?
Love.
Love at first sight?
I mean, up to it's like a crush, but you know, at the time you think it's love, and then you get your heart broken by the first boy, then you cry, and then you laugh about it. And yeah, so I've been through that journey like everyone else, but I've had my heart broken a couple of times, and I just think, I think for what we do, we're just generally very sensitive people in our line of work. So our emotions are like right here. So when we love very hard, and you know, so I think that's sort of, I mean, your love story is very like, you know, it goes in the books, you and Usman Uncle. It's been going on for a long time.
Long time.
So I'm hoping I'll get something like that one day.
But when do you know कि नहीं, this is not for me? I
think in the back of your mind you always kind of know.
Okay.
But you don't want to tell yourself. I don't know. Sometimes you should know and you still don't believe it. I don't know. I think I've just sort of been, it's been a learning experience. But I think the best relationship I've had thus far has been with myself. And at this point, you know, I'm inching closer and closer to my late 20s. I've realized that the best person to love is yourself, and then you should begin loving anybody else. And as women, we make that mistake where we'll put men before us, and we really shouldn't. Because how are you going to love somebody if you don't love yourself first?
Have you ever hated anybody, anything?
In my younger days, yeah. I
really
felt like
hated.
I've had people who've wronged me, so I've really felt that I've hated them, like teenage years and all. But now, hate's such a strong word, and it takes so much of your energy. Like when I remember I was, you know, I had some injustices done to me when I started out in the industry, and I'd been targeted wrongfully, and I'd had people do bad things to me, you know, or spread bad things about me, and I just felt really wronged in so many ways. And I was just enveloped in hate. But then I realized it was exhausting to hate. Hate's a very exhausting.
So do you go and confront? Yeah,
I usually do. I used to, but again, these last couple of years have been very sort of, I guess, I've evolved a lot in these last couple of years, especially this last year. I've learned a lot about myself. So now, even with confrontations, you confront people that you want to have a conclusion from, you know? If I want to fix something or I want to mend something because I love you or I respect you, I'll confront you so that I can solve an issue. But if I don't really want to bother with you and if there's really nothing connecting us, then why would I confront anybody? I think it's just, you move on. Because life is just, there's so many bigger things than hate and negativity, and there's so much hate in this world already.
Yeah.
You know, there's starving children out there. There's children in Syria eating grass and children in Africa eating mud cakes and people tormenting animals and children being bombed and just horrible things happening.
Yeah.
So how can I just go and hate somebody? I could just as easily catch a disease tomorrow and die. Am I going to spend my last few days hating somebody? So no, I don't think I hate anybody right now. Absolutely not. There's no hate in my heart for anybody.
Do you write?
I haven't written in so long.
Do you
I
write
used to.
poetry?
I used to.
Because you're a romantic.
I'm a total romantic.
Yes, so but then you should be writing. And
I should.
do you sing? Do you sing to yourself?
I sing to myself sometimes. I think I'm going to start singing eventually.
Really?
Yeah, I lost my voice last year really badly. I was traveling, I was in Italy, and I lost my voice one night and I damaged my vocal cord so badly, it didn't come back. I don't know what happened. I got sick and I was really stressed out. I was up all night. And then uske baad I had to resume the character of Rani. So the damaged vocal cords, I was screaming on them. And so I never got my voice back to that level, but I'm trying to get it back so I can sing again. But I want to write again for sure.
तो क्या लिखती हो जब लिखती हो?
कहानियाँ लिखती हूँ. Write lots
Short
of stories.
stories?
Short stories, little ideas. I'm a procrastinator and I have horrible writer's block, so I'll start something and never finish it. How do you finish something? Tell me.
Well, I have a writer's block. I co-write and I'm easier and comfortable when there is another person with me.
That helps, right?
हाँ, जब मेरे साथ कोई होगा तो मुझे बहुत मज़ा आता है. फिर मेरा दिमाग इतना चलता है. और जब मैं खुद लिखने बैठती हूँ मैं
Then you get a block, yeah.
और मैं डर. I think
Maybe I need a
उसका
co-writer.
reason है. I used to write poetry and I got criticized once. And I think I went into my shell.
Who criticized you?
Somebody. और वो
That's so
लफ्ज़ों
silly.
को आगे पीछे करना ये क्या है और वो सारा.
Oh, I hate it when people get technical
Yeah.
with writing.
और
I'm
इतना
such a non-technical.
judgmental.
Oh, but then you shouldn't write for people. Write for yourself and
I
put it
know,
out
but
there.
I don't know, something happened. So उसके बाद
Make it unhappen. It's horrible when someone does that to your creativity. And people do that. It affects
हाँ.
any artistic
है
thing
ना?
that you do.
तो वो criticism, मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि ठीक है, but something happened to me. क्योंकि जो ये जो holier than thou वाला attitude है ना,
जो सब में आजकल
है ना? How do you take criticism?
I take it, okay, so if it's somebody I respect who's critiquing me in a way that like I know I'll learn something, then I absorb it. I'm a sponge. Like I remember running after you after every scene and saying, critique me, tell me,
Yeah.
what have I done? Fix this for me. So then you're lucky when you're in the presence of like an institution like yourself, you know, then you want to take criticism. But a lot of times you have to go with your gut. Like I remember I lost an audition because I took other people's advice on how to do it and I didn't follow my gut. And I knew how I wanted to do it. And it turns out later on, I find out a year later that what the director wanted was something that I wanted to do.
I've
So-
also lost a film.
Because of things,
Yeah,
you know, so
कि इस तरह
sometimes
करना और उस तरह
it's so
करना.
important to go with your gut.
Yeah.
Like absorb, learn, but go with your gut. And
Yeah.
now I just, so I'll take criticism from whoever I respect. I'll learn it, but I gotta go with my gut at the end of the day. There's a reason I'm here where I am.
कहाँ
right?
जाना है? Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? What do you mean?
What do you want to do? किधर? Where is your future? What are you thinking?
Samina,
What do you want to explore? And
I want to. So, okay, so this trip that I had this past month, and I'm really glad I came on the show. This is one of the reasons I came, because I really wanted to talk to you about this, because I can't talk like this with anybody else, you know. This trip I had was so insightful. It taught me something so important about balance of life. Like I always thought that being successful in my line of work would validate me. And this line of work can make you really insecure if you let it. If you let the fame and the praise and the criticism define you, you're basically tormenting yourself and ruining your life. Because I've been at a point in the start of my career when I did my first drama where people would say, oh, she's a horrible actress. And I probably was.
I've heard it too.
I've heard it, and then I've been at points where, oh, she's amazing. And then it's been like, I will do one hit drama, mega hit. And then I'll do a couple of dramas that aren't hits, or I'll take a break and suddenly I've disappeared off the radar. And then I'll do another hit and suddenly they love me and suddenly I come back down. And, if I get rejected for something or if I'm not getting the praise I'm used to, I begin to question, am I good? Am I worthy? And so when I was taking this trip, I realized this is so fleeting, this line of work. You do it if you love the art, and you're not supposed to do it for any other reason. And you're not supposed to let it justify or validate your happiness or define your happiness. So now, where I want to be in life is not necessarily very successful career-wise. Because what is success? A couple of hits? I mean, I've seen it. They'll come and they'll go. It's very up and down with this career. I'd like to have a really fulfilling personal life. I think that's important. I'd like to have a balance. So I'd like to have my career. I'd like to be traveled. I'd like to have peace of mind. I would like to have space in my head to think, to be creative. I'd like to meditate. I'd like to be in love. I'd like to have a functional, happy relationship. I'd like to have children one day. That's becoming important to me now. But I've realized that my happiness is no longer defined by, oh, if I get that film, or oh, if I get that, that endorsement and whatever. And when you're in this game for a young actress, and I'd like to tell young girls wanting to come in this field, it's very easy to forget why you did this. I fought with my brother, with my family to do this because I love acting. And somewhere in the middle, I'd forgotten why I was doing it. Somewhere in the middle, amidst social media and amidst all the columns and the articles and the gossips, I'd forgotten कि भाई मैं तो acting करने आई हूँ. So I think after Alif Allah and after these trips that I've taken and this break I've taken, I've realized that where I want to be in life isn't necessarily a peak of success. It's just happiness, contentment. And you get that when you have stability at home and you have a balance with your work and you don't overdo anything. So that's where I want to be. I just want to be happy more than anything else. What do I spend my money on? Food. That's where my money goes. Like all the expensive bags I have, all the expensive jewelry I have has been given to me by my sisters. All my everything that I have that's precious is not mine. I wouldn't spend money on. I buy a lot of shoes. I spend money on shoes, and then I spend money on food. I love food.
So do you take interest in your home, doing it up, doing the interior?
I haven't. I have not owned a vase in like 5 years. And I'm going to go buy myself a vase now. Because I get flowers sent to me, and I never have any place to put them. Like my own personal vase in my room. And I've been shifting so much back and forth that, I was staying with my sister, and then my mother came back from Canada, so I shifted with her, that I haven't ever had time to nest. I have paintings, but I haven't put them up.
What do you collect?
What do I collect? I collect perfumes, and I'm starting to now collect art. I'm sort of getting into modern art a little bit.
Do you paint?
I don't paint. You paint? You don't paint?
No, I do, but
you paint. I don't
quietly.
paint. I wish I could.
I am fascinated by trees.
You like still
I
life?
love drawing and painting trees.
You like drawing and painting trees?
I don't know why. I'm so fascinated. What are you fascinated
There's something beautiful about trees. I'm really fascinated with animals. Just animals overall. All
Cats
sorts
or
of
just
animals.
dogs?
I like cats too now. Cats are cute. But all animals. Like we used to have a pet squirrel back in the day that we rescued.
Where?
In Canada. And growing up, Mama bought me swans. And we've always had puppies and dogs and and birds that we would rescue and take care of. There's something so pure about an animal's love because it doesn't care who you are, what the world thinks of you, how much money you make. It's just you give it love and it gives you love back, and there's nothing more pure. So I really...
Are you actively with any group to rescue dogs?
I'm not with any group per se, but I contribute to causes because I live in Lahore. There's this wonderful, wonderful group called Todd's Welfare Society, run by this lovely girl named Kiran, and she named it after her dog that she lost. And so she's opened up a shelter and she rescues them. And then there's a group called Give Us Life that I really like. And then there's, of course, ACF in Karachi. So there's a lot of people, and there's Hope for Paws, and there's all these wonderful, wonderful groups in Pakistan now that are raising awareness about, animal and animal well-being.
I think we need to do a lot more.
We need to do a lot
especially
more.
the dogs on the streets.
My
who
God,
have
and the
no-
sculling
yeah.
needs to stop. Okay, so you asked where I see myself. I would love to have a big farm where I could just bring all the dogs from Pakistan, all the stray dogs, and they could just live there, and I could feed them and take care of them. How awesome would that be?
That would be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I
wouldn't it?
remember Marina Khan. My God, the amount of cats she had.
She has cats?
Cats and cats and cats. And
Acha.
and Sania said, cats, cat lovers. And now she has dogs also.
Oof,
So
they
when
are-
they were going away, I think they gave up. On
It's so
farm.
hard to give away your animals. I can't. Like if I shift, I'll take my animals with me. I only have 3.
कहाँ shift होगी अब?
If I ever move, I'm not going to live in one place forever.
अच्छा.
I'm a nomad.
कहाँ घर कहाँ बनाओगी? लाहौर, कराची, कनाडा के कोई किसी सिटी
Well, Pakistan में तो लाहौर. I would like to have my own house. Like जब मैं बड़ी हो रही थी, तो Mama had built a beautiful house for us near Ryburn, near where you live, and it was beautiful. It was green, and we had to unfortunately sell it. And so I've always wanted her to buy her a house in that area. मेरा एक ख्वाब था कि I will buy my mother a house 5 times as big so she can grow all the trees. She loves horticulture, so I was like, I'll buy her a bigger house for her trees and her animals. So yeah, one in Lahore. I would love to have a house in Ubud. Ubud is in Bali. It's full
मैं
of-
बाली बहुत अच्छा लगा.
I love it. You would love it. Ubud is this jungle city with the best food in the world. All these temples where people meditate and like amazing food, and it's all about peace.
Oh, that
and
reminds
love.
me, I will need to go to a retreat.
Go to Ubud. There's so many retreats
I want
there.
to go
Rice
to a
paddies and
retreat.
villas, and like it's so simple and it's amazing. So I'd love to have a place there. And then, okay, if I want to be a little pretentious, Venice Beach.
किधर?
I recently went to LA, and like I've seen a lot of wonderful places. I've gone to great places. I love London. But there's something about Venice Beach that just made me fall in love with it. It's in Los Angeles, and it's so amazing. It's like the perfect mix of
What,
like
it's-
artsy.
Is this the architecture of that?
It's the beach and what they've done. So the beach is really cool in itself because there's like these tennis courts and skateboarding thingies and people selling like street art and graffiti. So it's like really young and cool. And then behind it, they've built canals, like like the canals in Venice, and there's houses on the canals.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess they've taken
When
the
did they do
seawater.
that? Because I don't have any memory of that.
So next time you go to California, you have to check it out. So they've built canals like right behind the beach area, and people have made their backyards are on canals. You can sit on a boat and go wherever, but it's like really expensive. Like,
So
like
what
all
kind
these
of a home
Hollywood-
will you make? I mean, will it be simple, minimalist?
I think I'd keep it
or-
minimalist, simple, red brick, Lahori, with like a
और किस
big
किस्म
lawn.
का furniture होगा उसमें?
I don't know yet. Like, my family's always had really contemporary furniture, like a balance. Irsa's really good at decorating. But I think I just keep it comfortable and warm. And I used to want really pretentious things. Now I just want comfortable and coziness. So I would have big sofas for my dogs
you
to
can
sit
flop
on.
and just-
You can flop, and like my dog loves to climb up on top. So, house that's dog friendly for sure.
And colors? Colors क्या होंगे?
Probably neutral. Just
Okay. What
neutral
kind of colors do you
maybe-
like wearing?
I love green, bottle green. That's my favorite color.
Bottle green?
Yeah, bottle green, jade green. So I'll have hints of that. I'll have pops of
And
color.
what do you like wearing? Jewelry, makeup,
I'm not a very big jewelry
expensive
person.
clothes, or simple?
I'm not. I like to collect my perfumes. I love my perfumes. All the expensive
Ittar?
jewelry.
Do you ever collect ittar?
I don't collect ittar, not yet. I have a few ittar pieces, but I collect a lot of. But I'm getting headaches from the alcohol these days, like recently. So I'm starting to go for slightly mellower, maybe oil-based scents. What do I spend my money on? Food. That's where my money goes. Like all the expensive bags I have, all the expensive jewelry I have has been given to me by my sisters. All my dad, everything that I have that's precious is not mine. I wouldn't spend money on. I buy a lot of shoes. I spend money on shoes, and then I spend money on food. I love food. I'm like
What kind of food?
everything. I just love food. I'm like all about flavors and organic food and like herbs and.
तुम पूछती हो कि कौन नया रेस्टोरेंट कौन सा खुला है?
Yes, I love
कैसा-
food from Pirus.
हैं?
I love food from Pirus.
You do?
I do love food. You know what's awesome? Usman uncle makes such good fish.
Yes.
He makes such good
And
fish.
bhindi.
And I haven't had his bhindi, but I've had his fish.
Yeah.
Because हम पाकिस्तान में एक बहुत बड़ा भंड करते हैं कि हम मछली को ओवर सीजन कर देते हैं और ओवर कुक कर देते हैं. and मछली में से आपको पानी का taste आना चाहिए, दरिया का या समुंदर का. You know, you're supposed to taste that in the fish.
Wow.
So you know this. So he made it so well. He like
You know how
halki
to
si
cook? Do
seasoning.
you cook?
I can't cook, but I can eat. So he would like season
But
it
it's
with
lot
like
of fun to
lemons
cook.
and
You know, when you feel the food that you
texture
eat,
and the flavor.
if you can feel what you've cooked and you've prepared, it's
my
very
mouth's
nice.
watering now. I'm hungry.
I think I'll have to take you to Piru's to feed
We
you
have to go to
today.
Piru's again. I miss Piru's. But I think I need a man who can cook. Because I can't cook. I would love to
I
learn.
love when Usman cooks.
Isn't it
When Piru
awesome?
cooks,
Sure.
I am so glad.
Does he like make you breakfast?
Yeah.
He is a
I
really
told
good
him कि
cook.
मैं आ रही हूँ. He said, मैंने कहा मुझे नाश्ता बना के खिलाओगे? He said, हाँ खिलाऊँ.
You guys are so romantic. I remember you were visiting when I was, by the way, another thing, both of you husband and wife, I've worked in serials with each one of you. You've both abused me so much, your characters. His character beat me up.
Oh my God.
Your
yes.
character.
Yeah.
And in real life, you're the warmest, most loving people.
अब कर मेरी रफूगरी in that. Oh my God, yeah. And I've been nasty to you.
You were nasty to me,
I'm so
but
sorry.
you're both so sweet because you would both hug me at the end. Like cut hota tha, and you'd be like, "Come here, it's okay." But I've been abused by the Peerzadas. I will remember this.
अच्छा जिंदगी क्या है?
Yeah, it's such a wise, such a sort of deep question you're asking me. With such a shallow brain I have. I wish I had, some witty response to that. But Zindagi is just finding peace and balance, I think. And I think it's all about love at the end of the day. It all boils down to love. It sounds so cliche. It sounds really cliche, but I mean, when they say money can't buy happiness, it really can't. You can.
You know what I love the most? There's a line in Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
When she says to him, "I see you."
I see you.
My God, that's what
The
it's
way
all
they
about.
do it, and it's like, I see you.
I
and
see
you
you.
see into you.
yes,
That's what it's all
That's
about.
what love is.
That's what love
when
is.
When you notice somebody.
When you notice
and
you,
then nobody
Absolutely.
matters. तो मेरे पास होते हो गया जब कोई दूसरा नहीं हो. And what is death?
My God, I hope not a burning pit of fire. I think it's just.
Do you ever wonder कि
I
souls
do.
कहाँ जाती हैं और क्यों चली
I
जाती हैं?
do, but if I speak too much about it, they might just, smite me here while I'm alive. Considering where we live, I do. It's such a sad part of life. What did Buddha
So
say?
final, है ना?
So final.
I
what was that
wish
Buddha line? That
I
death
wish
is
there
the
was
most
there was a
inevitable.
window, है ना? That you
To
could
peek?
to peek and
There
see.
is. I mean, there are people who flatline and come back within 15 minutes and they say they see certain things. But I don't know how finite that
People
is.
have talked
Yeah.
about life. They have actually seen
Life
life after
after
death
that,
and then
yeah.
they've returned.
Well, I mean, our bodies do sort of disintegrate and, decompose. So, I mean, it's all energy. Energy can't go away like that. I think we become one with whatever we are. But what was that Buddha line? It's really bugging me now. Something about the absolute truth in life is death or something like
It
that.
is. There is no
It's
other
really
truth.
But isn't it so sad?
Yeah.
I mean, Allah makes us love people and get so attached to people, and then we have to say goodbye, which is like.
है ना? I find it difficult to. But then I've done a lot of finding out that what it is that people think and what the natives क्या सोचते हैं और जो
Yeah.
evolved हैं वो क्या सोचते हैं और जो.
What's your take on that?
I think we don't go away.
You don't think we go?
We keep coming back.
You think so?
I
You were quoting Avatar.
because soul is for till eternity.
It is. You can't kill energy.
है ना?
That's a scientific thing. You
Yeah.
can't kill energy. It's gonna be
And
there.
it is. I mean, लोगों ने experiment भी किया है कि रूह का weight है.
Yes.
है ना?
Something grams.
Yes.
I read about
है
that.
ना?
Yeah.
तो अगर वो है तो that means कि फिर वो.
We exist. We're here.
Yeah.
We're not lifeless. I mean, this is
intriguing.
consciousness. I agree.
है ना?
There was a quote from Harry Potter, and I know it's a children's book, but it really touched me.
No.
It sort of transcends beyond
yeah.
children as well. I think it's very deep. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
writer. I think J.K. Rowling is just, and it was something. Those who love us never truly leave us, and that's something I tell everyone when I'm trying to console them, in bereavement, because it's so true. you're never really left. You always have that presence, that energy.
Yeah, Rumi says that if you have loved with your eyes, then the person you love disappears. But if you've loved with your heart,
Yes.
then it stays in your heart forever.
Yes. That's a beautiful quote.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I love you.
I love you too.